Greetings, ladies and gentlefish. Today, or in this replay I should say, I've got a couple of games for you, both in the Alecto Tier 4 British TD, so we're bringing it down a couple of tiers, and having some fun at Tier 4. This is one of my favourite machines in the game, which is interesting because I don't usually like tank destroyers, I'm not usually a massive fan of them, but this thing's a whole barrel of fun. You can see this is a Tier 5 game. We are here on Muir of Anchor. Used to be home to the Magic Forest. The Magic Forest is kind of gone. And we're going to try and do well. So initially at the beginning of the game, you can see I've got 10 rounds of armor piercing and 50 of high explosive loaded in this gun. This is the 25-pounder gun. I don't carry any premium ammunition because it's garbage. Any situation where you think you might want to use premium for an extra bit of penetration, the boost of penetration isn't that significant, so you're probably just better off and safer firing high explosive. So I don't bother carrying any premium ammo, I just carry some armor piercing and HE. HE is what I use most of the time. Ever so occasionally, armor piercing is useful. So this tank gets a relatively good aim time, reasonable rate of fire. There we go. Nice cheap kill to kick the proceedings off with. It's a strange gun. It's kind of a... It's sort of a low caliber howitzer, but I prefer it to the high caliber howitzer. It's got a faster rate of fire, and I just think it's a little bit more flexible. Can't quite see that Churchill off in the distance. There's a bit of a hillock in the way. And you can see I'm over here in the Magic Forest. This is one of the earlier games I played, I think, in patch 9.3, so I hadn't really gotten used to how the Magic Forest plays out, but I think the same was true of most people. And my equipment, of course, on this is binos, camo net, both of which you can see there, and a gun rammer. Can't fit 9 damage to a T1 heavy. Can't fit vents on this because it's not open-topped. There we go, more damage and a crit, probably to his tracks. He goes behind a building, but pokes his bum out. 107 into his side, and tracked him, and one more shot to kill him. There we go. So that's 2 kills, although they are capturing our base, which is kind of slightly problematic. And we don't really seem to have many people over there to do anything about it. So, yes, I'm small and squishy, yes, I'm in a tier 4, and so I'm not top tier, I don't have all that much health or anything like that, but someone has to do something about them capturing our base. And it doesn't look like a lot of my teammates are in a massive hurry to do so. And I always play for the win. Playing for anything else, in my opinion, is pointless. Don't play for damage, don't play for the draw, play to win the damn game. In my opinion. I don't bother with that Panzer 38 NA because someone else is probably going to kill him anyway. I'm not really familiar with how the terrain is over this side of the map at this stage when I was playing this game. So I'm just trying to come over here and see what I actually can do. And they're up to 50 cap. Oh dear, this might be dicey. Thankfully there's a T28 with me, which is nice. There's a Chinu. Nope, no shot. Need a shot on someone. T25. I take a shot for my troubles. I miss him. Put the gunner back in. Oh dear, this is not looking very good at all. 70. No! T28, I think that was. Utter hero. Or someone was an absolute hero and got the reset in. So well played to them. Might have been the T28, might have been that KV1S. Not sure. Either way, good on them. And we're currently losing 8 kills to 9. So, just moving up here. Oh, looks like I have a shot on that Keyho. This will be very lucky to hit. But I get lucky and he's dead. 3rd kill. And it looks like we've got this in the bag now. It's 12-9. Just this Chinu. Ooh, Chinu. Oh, full health. And Japanese tanks have appalling armor. Penetrating HE shell into his side, and if he's going to give me his side again, I'm just going to kill him. and there's just a Panzer IV and a T-67 remaining, although of course one should give them respect. They are dangerous machines, they're a tier higher than me, they're perfectly capable of wrecking my face. You know, the Alecto doesn't have armour at the best of times, it doesn't have armour at the worst of times, it just doesn't have armour. But it does have a pretty good view range. Ooh, T-67 put a shot into me there, and there they are. So, do I stay in cap, or do I go and try and kill them? Well, there are arguments either way, but I just want to guarantee the win. Panzer IV is down, that just leaves this T-67. Get a shot onto him, manages to track him, and there we go, he gets taken out. And that was the game. Now, at the time of playing it, I thought, well, that was alright, but it was nothing particularly special. But if you look at the end plates, you will see it was actually an ace tanker game. Hurrah! Because, I don't know, people don't play that machine very well, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, have a look at the end plates, and then we'll jump into another game once again in the Alecto. Here's game number 2. You can see the matchmaker has been rather kinder to me here. It's only a tier 4 game. The flip side is that we have more tier 3s than they do. They have 2 tier 3s, we have 5, so that does put us at a little bit of a disadvantage. But nonetheless. So I'm going to start this game, I believe, with armour piercing ammo this time, rather than high explosive ammo. That's generally speaking what I do if I'm top tier. So the reload on this gun, with a 100% crew and a rammer, is something of the order of 4.5 seconds-ish, which isn't too shabby. It's not the machine gun that the 2-pounder is, or 6-pounder even, sorry I should say, but, you know, it's perfectly respectable. And so we move down here, and we're actually, for once, going to defend this alley. We're in a tank destroyer, so why not? Don't really want to be too aggressive and push anywhere. That can get messy. Now, there's no artillery here, so I don't have to worry too much about knocking down these fences. And there's an M8A1. Oh, Hetzer. No, he's behind a rock. Oh, lots of friends. It's not the one I was aiming at, and I actually loaded high explosive for this. It would appear, not the guy I was aiming at, but it'll do. Don't know if that shot hit. Looks like it did, because he's missing a large chunk of his health, and there we go. Kill number 1. Hetzer is moving across the field. There we go. Didn't penetrate, but HE splashed damage into his side. Switch to armor piercing. And take him out. And that's 2 kills. T28. Just tracked him, that's annoying. Try again. That one bounced. Getting a little fed up here. My AP should be perfectly capable of taking him out, but apparently it's just not working, so screw it, switch back to high explosive. Ooh, my counterpart on the enemy team. Just trying to wait to see if these guys make mistakes. We're currently winning this game 5-3, which is nice. There we go, Alecto. Have a shot, but that doesn't miss. This gun isn't especially accurate. Managed to one-shot that Marder, which is nice. Have a blind shot at someone that was there. T28. There we go, we track him and do damage to him. I'm not firing AP at this guy again, it would just get on my nerves, but the Panzer IIG seems to decide now is a good idea to drive out in front of me. Put a shot into the A20, and one more to finish him off, and I may well have been spotted at that point. Don't have Sixth Sense yet on this, so I move just in case. I don't want people actually shooting me. That would be terribly unsporting of them. So I'm going to be a bit more aggressive now. We're winning 10-7. So I'm moving up a little bit to try and get some shots in. And camo net is up. See if these guys spot anyone. Well, there's a tank destroyer by their base. There's the light and medium tank, or one of the light and medium tanks. There's the Alecto. Can't find a shot on him though. So screw it, let's move up and try and actually bring the fight to these guys. M3 Lee. Oh no, not the Lee, which means that it's the Matilda at about J5. So we need to be wary of him. He's a tough little bugger. No, still not got a shot on the Alecto. Boo. And the M3 Lee is down. And Alecto puts a shot into that A20 and into the SU, and I polish him off with one shot because the Alecto has no armour. So the armour piercing shells on this gun have 180 average damage, 71 pen. Premium ammo takes that pen up to 92. HE 280 average damage with 44 penetration, which is none too shabby. Get a shot on that Stug 3B. I think we have another shot over there. Yeah, it doesn't look like that one hit though. Just the Covenanter and the Matilda remaining. Can I get myself a top gun? Would be nice. Just being a little cautious because I do still have very low health. You know, 270 health, which isn't that much, and my armour is terrible. Well, there's the Covenanter around to our left. That Su-85B appears to be incredibly indecisive. Yeah, screw it. Eventually I'm going to decide that I'm bored and I want to go and kill these fellows. So what I do is I follow this Su-85B. The plan is to come up behind the Covenanter and shoot him in the bum. Hurrah! Bum shots. That sounds weird. Anyway, swiftly moving onwards. There's the Tilly. On full health, alas. She nails RT-28. There's the Covenanter. I finish him off with a HE round through his backside, which doesn't sound healthy for anybody concerned. And now 4 plays 1. But that one is a Matilda, and Matildas are nasty little blighters. There's the Tilly. That shot, alas, misses. That one does a mighty 34 damage. Yeah, I know. So I'm telling someone to just start capping. That will force the Matilda to come out and fight us, rather than us having to go and dig the Matilda out, which would be awkward, to say the least. And it's already racked up 4 kills, so that machine should not be underestimated. Another shot into him for 49, probably damaging tracks in the process. That could have been much better led. No more shots on the Matilda. So, it looks like our Covenanter's going to take the hint and start capping. And that leaves the Matilda, myself, and this Su-85B free to go and hunt down the enemy Matilda. Now, I decide to go around the long way, thinking that that Matilda was heading in this direction, so if it keeps going in that direction, I can hopefully cut it off. That's my logic anyway. And I'm definitely faster than a Matilda, even if there are rocks that I have to drive around rather poorly. So as I say, just going around the long way, going right the way around this mountain. I was expecting the Matilda to turn up around here, simply because that's the direction in which it was heading. And, well, it depends whether they want to play for the win or not. If they're heading in this direction, then they've accepted the defeat. But it turns out the Matilda did actually want to play for the win. And the two Matildas start shooting at each other. Ooh, wow. And just taking damage off each other, and our Matilda picks up the kill. And there we go. That was the game. That also ended up being an Ace Tanker award, but that was a slightly more impressive one with something like 1100 base XP, which for a tier 4 is not too shabby, and it was damn fun to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game, or that pair of games. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you happy hunting on the battlefield. Ciao ciao.